You're watching an exclusive high-definition broadcast of HDNet Fights.
Dream 6 is in our midst. 2008 has witnessed the dawn of a new day in the land of the rising sun for MMA. Unforgettable battles in the ring. A surprise lightweight champion already crowned. Today, the Dream Middleweight Grand Prix tournament culminates with a coronation. Ronaldo Souza, better known as Gegard, the relentless Brazilian alligator, preying on your every weakness. He must go through the Croatian Zelg Galesic. Some know him as Little Crow Cop. To the Japanese, he is Ben Kai, the warrior monk. The fighting nomad, Gegard Mousasi, has traveled the world to learn his craft. Armenian-born, but raised in Holland, the 23-year-old soldier of fortune already seeks his 23rd career win against just 2 losses. Versus fellow Dutchman, Melvin Manhoef. The cannibal gives no mercy. He is ferocity defined, a 5'8" force of destruction. He slayed the Japanese legend Sakuraba, but now he must defend his countryman to reach the finals. For the semifinal winners, there is no glory yet, as the champion must win twice today in the cavernous confines of Saitama Super Arena. A middleweight champion will be crowned as a tradition of fighting excellence continues. HDNet Fights presents Dream 6.
An international quartet. A Croatian, Brazilian, Armenian, and Dutchman all on a collision course here in Japan to determine the Dream 6 Grand Prix middleweight champ live at the Saitama Super Arena just outside Tokyo. Konnichiwa. Hello and welcome. Kenny Rice along with the champ, Boss Rutan. Glad that you could be with us for Dream 6 Live here on your home for MMA HDNet. When we look at the semifinalists here, you see these 4 guys, Boss. It has been a tournament where they indeed have fought and earned their way to be here, so who wins it?
You said it. It's going to be very hard because each and every single one of them can win this tournament. Like you said, they really fought to be here, and they all really deserve to be here.
Well, we know something about each one of these guys, and Mousasi going up against Manhoef, and Manhoef, we know he can throw the punch.
Well, Manhoef, yes, like you said, he can throw a punch. His last 5 fights, all won by knockout, all in the first round, so you don't want to stand with this guy. Mousasi also knows how to punch, but in this particular case, I say use your submission skills, see if you can take this fight to the ground, because otherwise it's going to be a tough night.
Talk about guys we know about and what their strengths are. Gegard is going up against Galesic in what should be a really interesting matchup of style.
Yes, you got here, you have the striker versus the submission fighter in Gegard. Now, of course, Galesic, again, also knows the stand-up, but he needs to take this fight to the ground. See if he can pull an armbar off, just like Dong-sik did against Manhoef.
It is an interesting Final Four we have. We expect this to be a very exciting day, so much so that what would generally be the main event on 99.9% of the cards is having to share the action today to determine the champion. To talk more about what is the co-main event, let's go to our man on the scene always, Ron Kruk.
You are absolutely right, Kenny. Overeem Crow Cop could be the main event on almost any card. These guys have a ton of ring experience and have won titles. Now, what's adding to the excitement is the fact that these two have been trash-talking for over a month. Not only does Overeem predict a victory, he says he's going to embarrass the old man Crow Cop. Mirko responded by saying if that happens, he will tar and feather himself and run through Dam Square in Amsterdam until he's arrested. We're not sure if he'll follow through with that, but it does make for an interesting storyline. So, guys, if the fight can match the trash talk, we're in for a real treat tonight. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Ron. As you look at the Saitama Super Arena beginning to fill up right now as we get ready for this Grand Prix middleweight tournament.
Yes, yes. And of course, when I said Galesic needs to take this fight to the ground, no. Don't take this fight to the ground. I mean, keep it on the feet, because Jacare is way too good on the ground. I was mixing up here with Manhoef. You know, he got submitted by Dong-sik but no, Galesic needs to keep this fight on his feet. Jacare wants it on the ground.
Well, we've only got 12 fights to keep up with today.
Yes, but I want to be perfect. You know me.
You are perfect. All right. We will start off with our middleweight reserve match. As you look at the belt on the line today for the Dream Champion. Now, remember back a couple of months ago, Joachim Hansen was fighting in a lightweight reserve match, basically a perfunctory tournament move that just in case someone got injured. Eddie Alvarez, of course, got injured. Hansen then moved in after he won his reserve fight, defeated Aoki, and became the lightweight champ. So, keep an eye on this reserve match. It may figure in today. We think it's an outside shot, but it's possible. Andrius Nakahara, very interesting, at 0-1 in his career. He is going up against Dong-sik Yoon, who, you can say this about a lot of guys. A lot of guys will say this about themselves. Well, my record's better than it looks. But this guy's fought only good fighters, and he has a losing record, but that is deceptive.
Yeah, because his first 4 fights, I mean, throw him in front of the lines here. Come on, Sakuraba, Jackson, Takimoto, Bustamante, talking about good guys here. Yes, he lost to those guys, but then he got adapted to the mixed martial arts game, and then he started beating guys. He actually beat Melvin Manhoef, there we have him, by way of an armbar, and his career went up in the upward position.
Also went over Galesic. He has won 4 straight and is the big favorite in this fight over a young fighter with only 1 professional MMA fight who gets a chance here in the reserve match. And we don't even want to think about the crazy scenarios, boss, that what if an upset is pulled and somebody gets injured? You could have a guy 1-1 fighting for a title.
He can. And you know what? Nakahara, that loss was against Sakuraba.
It was against Sakuraba.
And he gave Sakuraba a run for his money. He did a real good job. If you want to stand with this guy, you might get knocked out.
It is fight time, live here on HDNet as we get ready for the start with the middleweight reserve match.
The first and Middleweight Grand Prix reserve match.
Andriano Nakahara versus Yoon Dong-sik.
From Brazil, Andrius Nakahara versus from Korea, Yoon Dong-sik. The fourth and lightweight one match.
Andriano
From Brazil, Andriano.
Nakamura.
From the United States of America, Jimmy Andrius.
Sergey Haritonov.
From Russia, Sergey Haritonov. The sixth and featherweight one match.
Yamamoto Atsushi.
From Japan, Atsushi Yamamoto.
Tokoro Hideo.
From Japan, Hideo. The champ and lightweight women's
Tokoro.
from the United States of America,
Atsushi.
from Japan, Shinya the 11 and heavyweight women's
Alistair Overeem.
from the Netherlands, Alistair Overeem.
Mirko Kyoto.
The second and middleweight Grand Prix match
Gegard Mousasi.
from the Netherlands, Gegard Mousasi.
Melvin
From the Netherlands, Melvin Manhoef. The third and middleweight Grand Prix match
Galesic.
from Souza, Zelg and Galesic.
Ronaldo Japan.
From Brazil, Ronaldo Nakamura. Insanity or genius? Who's to say? Yeah, crazy like a fox baby. Olympia Middleweight Grand Prix 2008 here.
Motown.
The pageantry like nowhere else as we take a look at the rules for Dream 6.
Yep, you can see first round 10 minutes, second round 5 minutes. Judge scores entire fight not by rounds. Knees are allowed to the head of grounded opponent. The kicks allowed to the head if both fighters are grounded. I like it. I like it a lot.
And if that opening hasn't awakened you, I don't know what will. We'll begin with the middleweight reserve match. Remember, if something happens to one of the 4 finalists, they win, but an injury prevents them from going on to fight for the championship. The winner of this reserve match will be there.
Yep, Yoon, Dong-sik.
We look at the tail of the tape, and we talked about Dong-sik Yoon, who, forget that 4-5 record, he's had some great opponents. Nakahara, meanwhile, a great karate specialist, turned MMA fighter.
Yeah, because, you know, his first fight, Sakuraba, Jackson, Takimoto, and Bustamante, but, you know, when he was on his way was when he started beating Melvin Manhoef by way of an armbar, and suddenly, boom, he was on his way. And his opponent, Nakahara, he fought only once, we were talking about it, but again, it was against a guy like Sakuraba, and he gave Sakuraba a run for his money, I tell you that.
Here comes the 25-year-old from Brazil, Nakahara, making his way toward the ring. Talk about jumping right in. Dream 2, as you see there, he lost to Sakuraba. And now he comes back at Dream 6, and another giant crowd and another key fight.
Yeah, and then if you really go start thinking about what happened in Dream 5, he might take this whole tournament. You know, it can happen.
As we mentioned when we were here for the lightweight championship back in the summer, it was a long shot, a very much an outside shot, and as it turned out, it was Joachim Hansen who got the shot and became the champ when Eddie Alvarez's injury prevented him from fighting on against Aoki. And as we saw back in Dream 2 with Nakahara, as you would expect from a man who has been the South American Open Karate champ and also the All-American Open Karate champ, he had a few flashes of a wicked-looking kick in that loss.
Yep, kicked him a couple of times in the head. He showed great takedown defense, you know, for somebody who stepped in for the first time. Really good, and I'm pretty sure he picked up a thing or two in between.
And his opponent knows something about fighting some outstanding fighters right off the bat as well. And there's a look at Dong-sik Yoon, the bronze medalist at the 2001 World Judo Championships. Eliminated by Mousasi in this tournament, here fighting now in the reserve match.
Yeah, and he almost had Mousasi with that armbar. That was so close. There we have Filio in the corner of Nakahara. Filio also comes from Kyokushin, same what I did. But that guy right there did the 100-man kumite. Only a few people on the planet did that, fighting 100 black belts. Unreal. And he faced it, he did it, finished it. Unreal. Tough.
Nakahara, Yoon, as we mentioned, it is doubtful you'll find two fighters that had to face the caliber of competitor they did in their MMA debut.
Yeah.
I don't know too many guys that jump right in like that.
Yeah, welcome to MMA.
And here they are. There's Nakahara, the karate specialist, Yoon, the judo specialist in the gi, and it's underway. Dream 6. Nakahara, good kick.
Yeah, but you see, Kid can get out of there. Yoon, smart for wearing a gi there, gives him a lot of traction. So even when his opponent's going to start sweating, you know, it will absorb it, which makes it better for arm bars, triangle chokes, all kinds of things. Ooh, nice high kick there.
You see the power potential that Nakahara has. Good knee.
Solar plexus. Those ones are aimed. Although you never know if you got a protective shield underneath that gi. Well, they checked that. They checked that.
Yoon wants to get this to the ground.
Oh, yes.
That would be his strength. Nakahara so far keeping it standing up. That obviously is his, and they go to the mat for the first time.
Yeah, bad thing here. Even though he's in the guard, you know, with the gi, there's a lot of little tricky things that you can do. And I'm pretty sure we're going to see it right now. There's an open guard. I would say open guard, get out. Do not stay there. Oh my God, he's got to get out. That's it, that's it. Don't go to the ground. That's a beautiful.
Yoon came wide open there, didn't he?
Yeah.
Nakahara jumped back up.
Yoon should have never opened his guard, ever. That's it.
They'll stand him back up.
Very smart.
There's almost reverence at times here, even with well over 25,000 people, until the action really gets underway. Again, flash of that high kick by Nakahara.
Nice.
Nakahara again.
Kick. He loves those kicks.
Yoon moves in. Yoon not known, though, for having that punch yet. Saw a flash of it. And again, he'll try to trip Nakahara.
Yeah. Can't throw his hip in, though. For a hip throw, well, you have to move your hip.
Whoop. And again, Nakahara, he knows his strength, doesn't he? He stays right with those kicks.
And right away, he moves himself, removes himself out of the corner there. Very smart. And hear how quiet it is here.
Until something happens, and then you'll hear the eruption of the 25,000 plus here on a Tuesday afternoon just outside of Tokyo. Again, solid low kicks by Nakahara. You can hear them. Yoon rushes in. And Yoon might be wondering now, gee, I opened up a little too much there, didn't I, to let Nakahara get back on his feet early in this fight.
What was he thinking? What was he thinking? Against a striker, you never want to open your guard. It's like playing a butterfly guard against a striker. That's not a smart thing to do. Simply get up.
Reaching out with those. That left did score for Yoon.
Ooh, this might be a takedown here.
He's trying again, and he gets it back to the mat.
Oh, look at this. They're going for Gogo Plata here. No way. He should twist his head, but he caught himself with his head underneath the rope. He cannot come on the side. He cannot make that Gogo Plata. He can try to go for a toe hold. That's what he can try to do if he would know how to do a toe hold. But yeah, then again, at the moment he let that arm go, Yoon's going to pull it out, you see.
You wonder just how many times Nakahara, how much he has trained on his ground game since his one and only fight against Sakuraba back in Dream 2.
Well, apparently he did good. He trained hard on it because that looks very smooth to me.
The Superman comes up a little short there for Yoon. Some kryptonite helps Nakahara out.
Yeah, that's the annoying part from wearing a gi, you know. Like in training, sometimes you have that. Your feet get caught in a T-shirt. You can only imagine with a gi, you know. There's a lot of, you know, many times that's going to happen. You want to try to pass the guard or something, and your foot gets stuck in the gi. That's why I'm not a big fan of it.
And an interesting choice, isn't it, for Yoon to wear, you think, against Nakahara here today?
Yeah, I think it's a great choice for him because he thinks, wait a minute, if I'm going to go for a straight armbar, Like when he did it the last time against, what was it? Mousasi. You know, he almost had him with an armbar. And with a gi, that would have been way tighter.
About halfway through this first round, approaching it now at the 5-minute mark.
5 minutes into the round.
Up goes to full mount here.
We'll see what Yoon can do in full mount. Not known for his necessary ground and pound game.
Yeah.
Much more for his submission skills.
Yeah, but he can go there for the Ezekiel choke here. He's going to use his own sleeve. That's what he's going to do. And I think he's going to start working on a thing like that. Let me see. It's very hard to tell from here. As you can see, he spreads him all the way out. It's very hard to roll him over right now.
Nakahara.
Yep. He's using his own gi to pull that fist in. Probably he's working his right fist into the side of the neck of Nakahara. Let me see. Yes, you see? He's pushing with his right fist on one side of the artery, and then his biceps on the other side, which is now almost his forearms, are cutting off the other artery. But it's not real tight. It's still open here on the right side. So he's not going to choke him out at this moment. He needs to be tighter. He needs to be a little bit lower on him, and then he can do this.
Yoon in the gi. He is the judo specialist, trying to win for a 5th straight time. Nakahara.
Yeah, Nakahara's doing good here.
He's
just stay
breathing
in this
comfortably.
position. Yeah, he keeps that hand up. As long as the right side of his neck is free, he's good. You know, goes for a straight. I want to say he wanted to go for a straight armbar there.
And you see Yoon trying to work a few rabbit punches in there to see if he can open things up with Nakahara, but to no avail at the moment.
Starts throwing punches. This most of the time with a guy like Yoon, this is like a setup for an armbar, because if you start pushing away, you know, you're extending, you're giving kind of your arm. He's trying again here, you see, trying to put that fist in the neck.
3 minutes left in the round.
There you see Yoon.
You should simply buck up. Nakahara should buck up, let him lose his balance. You know, we'll stop him from punching right away in a second.
Nakahara trying to measure and trying to land a punch from his back.
Yeah, but they're short. You know, you can't get any speed here, not develop any power. It's not going to do anything.
And especially from a guy known for his submission skills, we haven't seen any kind of knockout power yet from Yoon.
Yep. Locking an arm up there. No. Now he's going to go for a full there for the front choke. Tries to crush the windpipe, but that's an easy escape there. You simply look to the right or to the left and it's off. There again, you see he grabs the sleeve and he's pushing now with his biceps. He's pushing inside the neck, but he's got to make sure that his right biceps is cutting off the other side of the neck. And it doesn't look like it. It's around the ear, it looks to me. So that's not the neck.
Nakahara keeping that arm in there as well for defense.
Yep. It's very smart. Yeah, he's got his hand in there.
He's fought a good ground game. Nakahara's never gone past the
slipping
first
out
round.
Here. Hoop, armbar. He's got to watch out.
And he gets away. Nakahara escapes from Yoon, and now he's back on his feet where he wants to be. 1.5 minutes to go in the first round.
And he's angry now. Hey.
And there's some power behind those kicks.
Yep, that's the low kick.
They'll stand him back up. Andrews Nakahara, he learned pretty well, hasn't he, his ground defense.
Certainly. Yeah, he worked hard on his ground. You can tell. He's comfortable.
Yoon had his moment. Sidewinding kick there by Nakahara. Under 1 minute to go in the round. And Yoon follows up with his first combination. Nakahara again. Back-to-back kicks.
Ooh, a little wobbly on his feet here.
Another good inside kick.
Well, that, yeah. You couldn't tell. Oh, nice. Okay, a la Andy Hoog.
And the crowd appreciates it,
rest
and
in
again, Nakahara.
Oh,
Yoon pushes
nice
to the
knee.
corner and eats a knee.
Gotta watch out. This could be a takedown again. You scrape it up there. Whoop, nice hip work.
Sprawling out is
Very
Nakahara,
good.
and he delivers a knee and another knee.
Nice knees. Good job here by
And
Nakahara.
the crowd is appreciative of Andrius Nakahara, who for the first time in his career will go into a second round of an MMA fight. As you look at Dong-sik Yoon in his corner, has reeled off 4 straight. And we take a look at Andrius Nakahara here.
Here he comes. See? Paka! Doink. Nice. Oh, you have that takedown here. But you see the balance of Nakahara. He almost reversed that.
And tremendous improvement in the ground game of Nakahara, who lost in his MMA debut in Dream 2, a first-round submission to Sakuraba.
A knee to the head here. Yep. Good job.
Both fighters are 6 feet tall. You can obviously see they're about the same size when they're standing up, but it looks like Nakahara almost has he has longer legs. When he throws that kick out there, he seems like he's about 3 inches taller.
Yep. Which is a good thing if you're a striker. Get a bang, get a boom.
You wonder if Yoon's camp might be just a bit concerned when he had him on the ground where he wanted him and couldn't do any damage in that first round, boss.
I think they are. And I bet you they told him, keep your guard closed. Don't open that thing anymore if you get him to the ground.
Well, he was wide open, wasn't he?
Yeah,
he didn't just really open his guard. He's like, the whole,
Please.
hey, please, get up if you feel like it.
Yeah. Nakamura is good, though, man. I'm telling you.
Here we go, round 2. 5 minutes left in this fight, scheduled for 5 more minutes.
But then again, what we seem to forget is that Nakamura comes from Brazil. I mean, the national sport is jiu-jitsu, so of course he knows his ground.
And Nakahara with a good right, he knocks him down.
Nice!
Nakahara has knocked down Yoon. He's trying to put this away early, going second round. Again, the pounding continues. Tremendous hitting by Nakahara.
He should escape the guard here. Get out to the side. Just get up.
Nakahara keeps going. It's over.
That's good, too.
Andrius Nakahara wins for the first time as an MMA pro.
That's what they call coming out with a bang. In round number 2. Nice job.
Andrius Nakahara with a flurry of vicious strikes ends it here in the second round.
Just 30 seconds into the second round, by knockout, the winner, Andrews!
30 seconds in, the time in round 2, the KO for Andrius Nakahara as he wins this middleweight reserve match. And we take another look at it here, boss.
Yeah, and that was the connecting one, the right one. Up, followed it up with that short left. And now start raining down punch. I thought he couldn't generate enough power, but apparently the referee said, no, that's it.
And Dong-sik Yoon, as you see there, he nowhere to go. All he can do is cover up.
Yep. That was not defending yourself intelligent. That's what they say here in the rules, meaning if you don't do it, they're going to stop the fight.
Keep an eye on this guy, 25-year-old Andrius Nakahara, a popular winner with that second round TKO of Yoon. Now we get ready for the semifinals of the Dream Grand Prix tournament. Mousasi against Manhoef. And here's the tail of the tape, boss.
What can you say about marvelous Melvin Manhoef? He won his last 5 fights all by knockout and all in the first round. Now his opponent, Gegard Mousasi, has knockouts and submissions on his resume. We talked about it. Use your submission skills, trust me. Don't go to the ground. Oh, don't stay on your feet with Manhoef. This is such a Dutch intro. Whoop, whoop.
Well, they're going Dutch. Manhoef, of course, from Amsterdam. Mousasi, born in Armenia. Grew up in Holland, fights out of there.
Double Dutch.
Whoop.
In the blue corner, from the Netherlands,
You see the hot streak of Mousasi, 9 straight.
That's a good streak.
Mousasi surprised some, defeating Dennis King in Dream 2 to advance in this tournament.
The beautiful triangle choke.
赤コーナーよりメルビン・マヌーフ選手の入場です。
It would be great if we had a microphone there.
Yeah, you'd like to hear what's going on, wouldn't you? Okay, let's take a look now at the attributes here of Mousasi. Wow, he's got speed, he's got strength, he's got stamina.
That's all a good number. If 5 is the highest, but look, these numbers are higher. But then his grappling and submissions is down. Yoon, I said it in the opening. And Mousasi needs it on the ground. No secrets here. And he's got the great striking skills to set the takedown up.
And we look at Manhoef just to our left here as he walks off the stage and gets ready to make his entrance. And yeah, I think probably a 1 so far from what people have seen would be about right on his ground skills on a scale of 5, maybe a 1 or a 2.
A 1 or a 2, but you know what he's good at? You know, on the ground, he's very hard to keep on the ground.
He's
he
very
makes
quick.
mistakes, he's so explosive. Look at this, a monster.
And Manhoef has made this kind of entrance before. Take the collar off, unleash him, here he comes. He defeated Kim and pulverized Sakuraba in Dream 4 to make it to the semifinals. The first of our semifinals getting ready to begin.
186cm、83.9kg。ギガリミサシ。赤コーナー、177cm、84kg。メルビン・マヌエフ。
Nick Kalikas, who sets the odds for us, betonfighting.com. He has, in this one, Mousasi, a slight favorite, minus 155. Jacare is the favorite to win the middleweight tournament. Then Mousasi and Manhoef are considered right behind him. But actually a long way behind him. Jacare is a pretty solid favorite to win it all. How about this fight? Here we go. You look at the explosive Manhoef, and there's Mousasi, and it's underway.
Don't blink, people.
Kick early from Mousasi.
You're ready for the counter there, Manhoef is.
You see the size disadvantage for Manhoef, but that's not surprising for him. Shooting as is Mousasi, and sprawling out Manhoef.
Good.
Oh,
he couldn't
Mousasi
keep it.
stays with it.
Nice there, Wizard. Can he keep it up? Can he keep it up? Yes. It looks like he can keep it on the feet. Yes.
It's there for a moment, but Mousasi
Yep.
is relentless and gets it back to the ground.
Yep. Armbar. Ooh. Yeah, this now is Mousasi. His ground game is just better. He wants to put on that body triangle there. And while he's doing everything, he's just pushing, punching away.
He's got the back. Now Manhoef spins forward, and in mount position is Mousasi, but look at the quickness of Manhoef.
Look at this triangle choke attempt coming up here.
Mousasi again.
This is at the end of the fight.
Is he
this
going
could
to do
be
it?
the end. He's
Look
got to
at the
slam him as
power.
hard as he can.
Look at the power of Manhoef.
He should stay there. No, slam him down. Don't slam him down. That's dangerous. That's dangerous. You shouldn't have done that.
He did as Mousasi tries to
It's
put it
over.
in.
See, you shouldn't have done that. You should have kept him there.
And he
That's
does.
Whoa.
Mousasi in a first round submission victory.
He was doing good on top. He was doing good on top. Just stand there, wait till the referee breaks you up.
A minute 28 into this fight. Mousasi puts it away.
Wow. Yep. We all knew it. We know the weakness. We knew the weaknesses from Manhoef. Walked straight into it. Here we go again. Look.
And as you warned right here about Manhoef.
But look here. He's got so much power. He lifts him up. And if he could have kept it here, simply keep standing there.
You said don't slam him.
Don't slam him because you're going to fall straight into it. Mousasi's not going to let him go. Trust me on that one. His foot is locked behind his knee, so nothing is going to slip off. You see, he made sure while he fell down. Yep, now he locks it up again, and now it's just pulling the head and pushing your hips forward, and that's it. By arteries, they're closing up, it's over. Lights out.
Gegard Mousasi winning for the 23rd time, his 8th by way of submission. He has now won 10 in a row, and he is going on to the championship of Dream 6 Middleweight Grand Prix tournament.
Plus, he's going fresh. No injuries. Nothing.
Fresh and a very short work night for him so far.
That's the major thing here.
Mousasi moving on. He will take on the winner of the heavily favored Jacare against Galesic. As we look at the tail of the tape.
This one is an easy one. We all knew it. Zelg Galesic likes to knock his opponents out. Jacare likes to submit him. Guess what? Game plan both of them are going to enforce. Huh?
Whoever style wins out will advance on to the finals to take on Mousasi for the Middleweight Championship later today. 7 wins by way of knockout for Galesic. 8 wins by way of submission for Jacare. You see the big number that jumps out there. Galesic makes short work of opponents. Average win time, minute 10 seconds.
Yeah, easy money is what they say. You know, and he always comes out like it's the best day of his life. He's so happy and relaxed. He really enjoys this. You know, and it shows in his fighting. You know, he's so calm and relaxed. Everything works perfect. His reflexes are there. You know, that's the best. If your mind is calm and relaxed, man, everything is there.
Just another day fighting for a chance to be a champion before 25,000 plus and a worldwide TV audience. As the fans cheer on Jacare.
They almost clap in that movie. What is that? Galaxy Quest. Remember? When they laugh like that and they clap like that. You got these two cute Japanese girls here sitting at the corner, and they're looking all with their eyes open. Happy to see him, and they're clapping away here.
Jacare lost his first fight, 2003, undefeated since, coming off of win over Mayhem Miller in Dream 4 to advance here. Galesic seems to be kind of grooving to this song as well.
Yeah.
Like you say, this guy doesn't seem like anything bothers him. Obviously not much bothers Jacare either.
Yeah, here we go. You see it, you know, pretty much everything is there. His stamina, a 5. That's always a good thing. I think with every fighter should be a 5. It should be. If there's one thing you can control in there, that's that.
And you see with Galesic, a very balanced card for him. Not so much, though, for the favorite in this fight, Jacare, because he's known for his great ground game, and what about everything else?
Yep. He's great. That fight against Jason Miller, that was an unbelievable display of a submission attack after attack, one after another, flew over, nice and beautiful. I mean, you make one little mistake, he gets you. And this one, this guy goes from jiu-jitsu, but he also got great leg locks. He will go for everything.
So we told you Jacare is the favorite to win this tournament. And he comes in here as a almost 3.5 to 1 favorite over Galesic.
Wow.
これより第3試合を行います。青コーナー188センチ、83.9キロ。ゼルグベンケイガレシック。赤コーナー181センチ、83.8キロ。ホナルド・ジャカレイ。大城ボル。
Galesic, a slight height and reach advantage on Jacare. That might come in handy. You figure he wants to keep this standing up.
On the feet, it comes in handy. On the ground, it works against you. Longer limbs, easier to submit, I always say.
Here we go. You wonder about Galesic here at any given moment when he starts moving in, and when does Jacare shoot at? Kick there. Jacare on top of that, and now he has his chance to get it on the ground, and he gets the takedown that quickly.
Ay. Well, Galesic knows what to do on the ground. Let's see how he is against the guy like Jacare.
Look at Jacare trying to deliver some pounding.
See, nice how he spreads himself out right away, passes there, grab first, grab two legs, Go right away to side mount. Wow, this is just textbook.
Jacare wastes no time, does he?
No. And it will go armbar up, set up here. Look up, you're gonna grab this. There's a few things you can do now here from just punching away is one of them. This is a perfect setup for a side choke also. Knee on belly here. You gotta explode up if a guy like Jacare does that.
Jacare gets in the mount. Well, Jacare is doing everything that he has to do already.
He does, but look here.
And look at Galesic.
But watch out, triangle choke attempt. Oh, armbar. Did you see how fast that armbar was?
Galesic trying to spin out of it, and that is the speed of Jacare. I don't know if you'll see an armbar faster than that, will you?
Yeah, we couldn't see it from this side, from the camera angle. I thought he set up right away, goes for a triangle choke, but he had the armbar on the other side. I couldn't see the other side. I mean, well, one thing we both know is both fighters are going to go fresh to the finals. Nobody's got injuries. Wow! I want to see this from the other camera angle. That was so fast. Like Wagner Fabiano, but then in his weight class.
Galesic, I think Galesic's kind of amazed by that as well.
Yeah. No, watch, here we're going to see. Wow, beautiful pass there. See, just grab the foot, go to the side. Now, here we go. Right away goes for twice to go past that leg, go for triangle, but now he goes straight armbar on that one. Wow, nice.
Oh, he had that arm hanging just enough. Galesic used to making quick work of his opponents. He's the one that's put away quickly here.
Wow, that was beautiful. Look at this. And he knows he's going to do it. Beautiful.
So Jacare and Mousasi both with quick wins in the first round. We will have rested fighters moving on to the championship of this middleweight tournament.
I love it. You know, there's no advantages or disadvantages for either fighter here now. Both go fresh. You know, like this is the way it's supposed to be. No excuses after this. We're really going to find out who's the best.
Still plenty of fighting left here from Saitama Super Arena just outside of Tokyo. Manhoef knocked off by Mousasi. Galesic taken out in the first round by Jacare. Jacare and Mousasi fighting later for this Grand Prix middleweight tournament. That and Krokop going up against Overeem and plenty more when we come back live from Tokyo here on your home of MMA, HDNet.
Boom.
Welcome back to HDNet Fights presents Dream 6.
And the fast pace of Tokyo, where millions move at that speed, it seems, when you're out on the streets. They do slow things down a little bit on this holiday to celebrate the change of season and also to remember those who have passed before them. And here we are just outside of Tokyo, live at the Saitama Super Arena. This is Dream 6. If you're just joining us, Mousasi winning in the first round over Manhoef, and winning in the first round in more impressive fashion, perhaps, Jacare defeating Galesic. They advance on to the championship. Kenny Rice, Bas Rutten, and Ron Kruk, glad that you could be with us live here on HDNet. Let's go in now and check in with Ron Kruk. Ron?
All right, thanks, guys. Of course, I am joined now by Zelg Galesic. And Zelg, this, of course, was not the outcome that you had hoped for. Give us your thoughts on this fight against Jacare.
You know, man, I'm really disappointed. I'm in a way, I'm happy I've been in the final. You know, I done a loss, like a big way to get here. But, you know, I'm disappointed. I put my life in the training, and now getting a loss like that in the beginning of the fight is like just disappointing. Jacare is an extremely strong guy, you know, with amazing grapple skills. His skills are legendary, you know. The plan was going all right, you know. I know as I touch my back, with my back the rope, he's gonna shoot, you know. I was waiting for that knee. He didn't go as he usually goes for a takedown. He switched it to a different one. I went for a kick, missed it, found myself on the back.
And it didn't, the way he finished it with the armbar, didn't look like a traditional armbar, but you said that you had seen him end some fights this way.
Yeah, he does this like triangle armbar, you know. as I reversed him from the mount, you know, I posture up so I can strike, ground and pound him, and then he can armbar. Usually people can armbar from there, but he done some sort of like leg triangle on my arm, and immediately my arm was popped out, you know. In 1 second, it was finished, man.
Well, you put a lot of time and effort, hard work into this, and you made it to the Final Four. Overall, give us your thoughts about participating in the Dream Middleweight Tournament.
Man, it was amazing, you know. The first time when I got called to be in the first 16 people in the tournament, I was like, whoa, you know what I mean, that's a dream come true. Then I went to the next one, I was like, whoa, even better, you know. Then I got to the final, I was like, whoa, you know what I mean, probably if I won the thing, my head would explode, and so it wouldn't be that good. So I stopped on the right level, you know what I mean.
There you go. All right, final question. So who do you think will be crowned the Dream Champion between Mousasi and Gegard?
You know, from this fight with Gegard, I can tell you one thing, you know what I mean, he was in the mount, he punched me in the head, I hammered him, and he immediately clinched. He doesn't like to be punched, you know. So just because I felt that, I give advantage to Mousasi. He's a more rounded guy. He can use his ground and pound. He can use his striking really well. His jiu-jitsu is really good. So if he managed to catch here and there Gegard, I think he's gonna get the stoppage.
All right, we'll see if that prediction is true. Zelg, we appreciate the time.
All right, thanks you guys. Thanks.
All right, Kenny Boss, back to you.
Thanks, Ron. As we move along on our fight card. And next up, Yamamoto and Tokoro, the featherweights. As we look at the tail of the tape here.
Well, don't let the record of Hideo Tokoro fool you, because many of his losses that he had were early in his career. He showed a lot of skill in Dream 4 and 5, winning both his fights. Atsushi Yamamoto has 1 knockout and 2 submission victories on his record, and the remaining 8 went to a decision, so we don't really know what his strength is. Well, it's time to find out right now, I guess.
And now for the 6th match. 青コーナーより山本篤選手の入場です。
In the blue corner, from Japan, Sushi.
Atsushi Yamamoto, 8 of those 11 wins by way of decision. His last victory right out a year ago, September the 22nd. He defeated Tetsu Suzuki by unanimous decision. Well, we'll see if this turns out better for Crazy B Corner.
Yeah, that's Kid Yamamoto right there again.
Andriano Martins lost a split decision, his other fighter.
I hope he worked on defending the jab.
Yeah. Spectacular entrance for Yamamoto once he got there with that flip into the ring.
Well, I I thought you were talking about the music. I thought, whoa, whoa, whoa.
No, it's quite the contradiction to the music he walked into.
Good.
Like walking, guy doing a waltz and then suddenly does a break dance.
Yes.
Where does that come from all of a sudden?
Be different. Hey!
Tokoro, 22 wins, 13 by submission. He's been on a hot streak lately after a little sluggish in the middle part of what's been a very active career for him.
Bye-bye.
The more traditional entrance for Tokoro.
Yamamoto Atsushi. 赤コーナー170センチ63キロTokoro Hideo レフェリー17作業
Great view of a crowd of over 25,000 here at Saitama Super Arena as you watch live on HDNet Dream 6. And Mousasi will fight Jacare for the middleweight title as we watch the featherweights now. Yamamoto and Tokoro.
Bam, shaking hands. Here we go. Both southpaws, but that's no surprise, being both from Japan. Everybody's left-handed here, pretty much. Drive on the left hand on the street. The left side. Oi!
Tokoro is only an inch taller. He looks like a taller fighter, though, as he delivers a nice, solid shot to Yamamoto.
Yeah, he was very impressive. The first two times that I saw him here in Dream, very well-rounded. Nice reflexes, you can tell. Also ground skills. Nice hand there. Pop, another one out.
And a good straight by Yamamoto.
Hey, they stand in both normal stance now. Didn't they start off as southpaw stance?
Yeah, back to the conventional fighting now.
Wow.
And these guys